Hello and welcome back to the channel, Cali Legends Media. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you for hitting those likes and those hype buttons. I really appreciate you guys. So today's my response video. Everybody, I'm sure you knew I was going to do one on Twisted Minds, right? So just real quick, let me start off by one thing, okay? Without going over the same bullshit, okay? This cupcake went and mentioned, first of all, he called me sweetheart. Can you believe that? Since when does a one man call another man sweetheart? Serio? Chale, homie, I'm not your sweetheart, dog. Spencer, I know you like to take them teeth off and do your thing on VATOs, but hey, homie, I don't play that, dog. But anyways, he called me a lot of choice names, okay? I really don't care, homie, because, like, my name's good in the neighborhood. My name's good with my family. My name's good on YouTube. You, on the other hand, basura. You're the basura of YouTube, okay? Everybody expresses it. Not just me. Not just the old man. You know what I'm saying? The young ones, old ones, even your kids express that. And don't get butthurt that I bring up your kids, because you have the nerve to even mention my grandson. About me asking for prayer for my grandson because I did a video on Little Toro. Hey, Little Toro was doing what he was doing. It was wrong. And I called him out on it. And he ended up getting unalive. Not by the homies, not by sureños, and not by norteños, by his own family. Get it right. You know? You're out there making false news on your podcast. You know, like, I can't really believe that you told everybody on social media that you can lie and be anything you wanted to be. Nobody would ever know. You figured that out early in the game. And that's exactly what you did, man. You came on here and you pulled an Iron Jacket. In fact, Iron Jacket didn't do anything as bad as you. You know, he wanted to assimilate. He wanted to be like the Native Americans. He wanted to learn their culture. And so you, on the other hand, just faked the funk all the way through. Never did I see you at what was the name of that place? On Atlantic? The Hat, and go up to you and hug you. Hey, carnal, hey, homie. Charlie, homie. First of all, I don't talk like that. Second of all, I talk to you about another person that has nothing to do with nothing, okay? And yet, you told me that you had already taken care of that when you hadn't taken care of nada, okay? You put up a video with a dude that was talking masa to the homies that were incarcerated and supported him. And you had a picture of the homies, the older homies behind you. The homies told you take that down. Number one. Number two, you were told to take that video down and you took it down. I've never been asked to take a video down. I've never been asked, hey, don't use that picture. Hey, take that picture down or anything. So where you stand and where I stand are two totally different places, you know? And you should recognize that. It should be apparent to you. But apparently, some baboso, I don't know who it is, I don't care. No, well, actually I do. I wish I knew who it was that's talking all this masa. First of all, you said, yeah, homie, that they gave him a ronda in Corcoran because he was talking about me. Shut the fuck up. Everybody talks about you. Everybody laughs at you. Everybody, you know, hey, what's up with Marvelous? Lucky? Hey, homie, you know, yeah, fucking vato, ese. You know, you're the butt of every fucking joke, man. So don't think too highly of yourself, you know. You and your little scroll up there, Norbies. Hey, Norbies, you put yourself in a bad situation, homie. You're standing in a whole different area now. But you thought that little thing with American Cholo was bad? Pobrecito, homie. People are tired of your mouth, homie, and have voiced it. So one day you'll get caught without your daddy, and or even with your daddy. You're gonna end up getting spanked. You know. No, I've never been to Corcoran. Sorry. Another lie made up by Iron Jacket Media, Marvelous Twisted Minds. Okay? So I don't know where you got this story from. I've never been DP'd. I've never got a ronda, and I've never got fucked up the way you said. Never. Never have I gotten that way. Nobody's ever been able to do that to me. You know? So, like you say, you could lie and you could put things out there, and all your subscribers, they swallow it up, and I trip out because I know the truth. You say, oh, you didn't know my family like that. Man, I was kicking it with Paro and Leonard a long time. I stood over your mom's house when she was with the homeboy also plenty of times. Dude, you don't know what you're talking about. I do know your family very well. Your primo Bobby. Good vato. Nothing like you. So, you know, don't come over here putting all your ignorance out on social media. Another thing, I went out and somebody, and you don't represent nobody, homie, but yourself. You know, and you should have made that clear to them. You should have said, hey, man, I'm not talking for nobody, representing nobody. This is just my opinion. You know? So what I did, you left. So you got everything all twisted and all ass backwards. But that's how your whole life is. You know, your video yesterday, yeah, what you vatos need to do is this, and you got to do this, and, you know, I don't know why you do that. What you got to do is dude, you don't even take your own goddamn advice. You can't even get your own house in order, and you're trying to straighten everybody up on social media, huh? When you have like the worst reputation in YouTube, really? And I still haven't slid over yet to Instagram and the other gonna be like, what? This vato's like that? Trust me, homie. A lot of people they don't know, they don't understand the depths of your insanity, homie. And something's wrong with you, man. You got some mental issues. You know, you say that you don't believe in God, you don't believe in Jesus, you don't believe in the Bible. All you believe is on a higher creator or creation or whatever. You know, that's what God is. Like, what is wrong with you? But it's all right. You know, I understand there's atheists, there's people that don't believe in Christianity, Catholicism, any religion, Muslim. Some people don't believe in anything, but the Torah and the Bible and some of the other religious materials are the books that are sold the most. You know, oh, well, they're man-made. Everything's man-made, fool. Even that idea that you got in your head that there's this creator, a higher power, that's man-made, man. Some dude thought of that, you know. Your mind is all jacked up, fool. And that little squirrel up there barking all of his opinions and stuff. Why you set him up like that? You know what time it is with that fool now. You know that was your doing. So you carry that when if anything happens. But the way people are talking, yeah, man, you put them in a bad situation. But dale gas, Norby. You keep on doing your things, baboso. Anyways, I just wanted to do a real quick, you know, this jackass went in, he's calling me all kinds of names, talking about that I ducked a fade. When did I duck a fade? I've never in my life ducked a fade. You the one that didn't come outside. I went to your house 3 times, jackass. 3 times banging on the door, banging on the window, whistling, calling for you. You know, because you could have seen it you had a thing on your phone where you could see your house whenever a signal fucking lit up when somebody passed certain areas. You said it yourself. I seen the cameras. You had cameras everywhere. You that worried about things? You know, even your own kids called you a coward. You know, when they rolled up, you ran inside, locked the gate and shit. You know, you called him down there. Then when he shows up, you go inside. I don't get it. I don't get that kind of activity. That's goofy activity. You know, I told you, you have a problem, come down to the neighborhood. What is holding you back? You know, what is stopping you? But instead, you want to what? Do what you said you can do and tell lies, and people will never know the truth. I think that's exactly what you're doing. You know, you're a perfect example of all that talk you did against Iron Jacket. That's you, twisted Iron Jacket, in your mind only, dude. You know, nobody cares about you. Nobody wants to hear about you. Nobody wants to hear from you. You know who wants to? Your subscribers. So you should stay there on your little couch and on your little channel and talk to them, because they're right there swinging on their nuts, wanting to talk to you and hear what you have to say. But the rest of us, we don't want to hear you, dude. We don't want to hear you. We like to see you, but you won't see nobody. You won't come down. You don't want to fix shit. You want to leave everything all up in the air and all stupid because you're scared. Just come on down. Just get it over with. I don't know. I don't know what it is that's holding you up, dude. Anyway, it's my video for today, people. Thank you for watching. You know I can't let some some weirdo come on social media and talk nonsense. You know, he mentioned Bam Bam and Bobby Yaya and whoever, this vato and this vato. You know, those guys are the ones that we mentioned as racist. Anything that you say, they'll tear apart and make it as an attack on and make it racist. That's what they do. But you're too ignorant to understand that and to know anything about these people. These people have been talking for a long time, man. Pay attention to what's going on before you speak. Anyways, people, stay safe, stay free. Thank you for watching. And I apologize once again for going there again, because I know you guys are tired of hearing this fool. He says I do it to get views. Dude, you don't pull no views, man. You don't pull no views. That was back in the days before everybody found out about you. You don't pull no views no more. You know? You're irrelevant now. Everybody turned their back on you. That lot of them told you, come on down and you're going to get an issue. No, you don't come to my barrio. You know, you've been threatened and sent messages and everything, you know, but still, you just do what you say that you can do, and you lie because the people don't know. Thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.